live is not very clear.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
So what I've done though, what I will do after this is just schedule all the events for up through October, and then I think at the end of October we should kind of just figure out what's useful, what's not. Try to do like a review of the past 3 months.
Okay,
But yeah,
sounds good.
so uh, what? Sorry, how is your weekend? If you could,
Yeah, my week's been good.
good.
So I was actually coding all day yesterday,
Okay.
because I did some reformatting on my site. I wasn't really liking how the animations were going, so I really just like stripped out all of the routing that I had and just made it like one page. Um,
Oh wow.
so yeah, it's yes, this is one page, and it has the anchor scrolling on it.
Okay.
Just yeah, simplified everything. Um, so yeah, I was doing that, and then I wanted to add a blog. So for that portion, I was going to use a static site
Ghost.
generator.
Oh,
Um,
Jekyll.
yeah, I'm using Jekyll. And man, that was a pain trying to set that up last night. I spent like 2 hours trying to set it
Ah.
up. And so first I had to download Ruby, then I had to install gems, Ruby gems. And then I go to install Jekyll and it installs it in this like directory. I don't even know where they installed it. So I go find it and then do a symbolic link in the bin directory. And then I can use it. Oh my God, it was
What
so
are you
crazy.
running this on Ubuntu? What's the
Yeah, yeah.
setup?
So you know
Okay.
they put Bash for Windows on Windows
Yeah,
10.
yeah.
So I've been using that a lot for just getting into that kind of workflow with stuff. Um, so with my site, I was using like Browserify. I think I used I got less installed on the command line, so I just compile all those files, and then push them up to Git or whatever. So yeah, it's been fun using all that on my Windows machine. It's been really fun. So
Do you
yeah, I'm doing
like
all
this
this from
site
Python.
now?
Um, I do, and I said I was gonna. I'm probably not gonna do it though. I said I was gonna do a different design, like every month or something like that, just to kind of like get my design chops up. Um, but I don't know yet. We're gonna put that idea on the back burner. Um, well, mostly because now I'm gonna start working on this other site. Oh, that's what I did too. So on Friday, I think we were talking about it in the Slack. I said that I wanted to build a site from the ground up. So I went and got some server space on DigitalOcean. Um, so I'm going to SSH to that and then set up the environment on there. I was supposed to do that yesterday. Um, so yeah, server space. I'm using Ghost for that, using the Ghost CMS for that. So that should be fun. Just going through like that whole process of setting the server up, making sure it's secure, and then setting up my dev environment with Ghost. That should be fun. I've never done any of this before, so just diving in. Um, I,
Yeah.
yeah, I think what's it called? Nginx, is that what it's called or something?
Oh yeah,
Um,
Nginx.
I gotta get that installed, and then
Okay.
um, I forget. That's not that.
Wait, I'm
I don't know.
sorry.
I'm gonna have to.
I think I missed this. But what are you building with Ghost and Nginx?
Okay, so I'm rebuilding the Hood Future site. Um,
Oh,
yeah. So we have it hosted on Squarespace right now. Squarespace is cool, um, but I want a little bit more flexibility,
yeah.
and just kind of well, I, I I I wanted to do the redesign on Squarespace first, but
Mhm.
the dev process wasn't really like all that great. Because they have you can put out a Git repo, but there's no way to look at the changes unless you push the changes back up to the site and then reload the site. They just released their I guess local dev platform like a month ago, so you can do all your stuff offline, um, and that's cool. I'll probably still check it out, but yeah, I kind of just wanted to do this thing where I just build it from the ground up and learn everything. Um,
Okay.
Down the road, that'll be something that um, I'd like to do. Just kind of be on my freelancing thing, building websites and stuff.
Okay.
Um, yeah, just going through that whole learning process should be fun.
Your I'm a fan of your photography. So I've already
Thank
like
you.
put you like in the Afrolicious pipeline. But whenever you decide to like license the photography out, I
Yeah, yeah.
I will sign up for that because just like the photography like that you featured on your photography section on your photographer section actually is just like really like I would use it for promotional like magazine stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
lifestyle,
Thank you.
and there's a lot of stuff already out there, and I think it's gonna be even more stuff. So if you can like even develop like a tiny service for other photographers to license their photography straight from their websites.
Wow. You know what, Ann? You
Yeah,
are the
I know,
best because that
I
is a
know,
cool idea.
I know,
Actually,
I know,
wow.
I
Huh.
know. Yeah, subscription service. What? Sub service.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Yeah, we're gonna talk
That would
about
be
that.
awesome. And
We're
it's
gonna talk about
yeah, put
that.
just put a pin in that. But it's just I'm just like the colors are so bright. The people are so black.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I make it a point to for photograph black and brown people because we don't really end up in a lot of stuff, and that's why. Uh, so Jennifer Daniels joined our Slack group. She is the
yep.
founder of Color Stock, which is kind of the same thing where she's created this service for diverse stock photography, and that's just kind of my same philosophy when I'm going out and shooting these black and brown folks in their element, in their whatever. Um, and yeah, so yeah, all my photos are brown right now. They're probably gonna stay brown and black. But yeah, yeah. Thank you for all the nice words, though. I
That's
appreciate it.
what's up. Yeah. So yeah, the website's good.
So how was your
Yeah.
weekend?
My weekend was very productive. So I'm in launch mode right now. Hashtag
Nice.
launch mode. So testing is mostly done. We still have like a huge set of the app to test, but like I got the testing framework to sit up on its own now. So before we had to
Okay.
like hold the head up and like tinker, but now I think we can just like run it. And the whole idea is, continuous integration and then
Hmm.
also continuous development. So
Hmm.
I just needed to have that all working. And so I mean there's a lot of out of the box solutions. And when I used to work at a startup, I could just use enterprise um, software, but I don't work at a startup anymore, and there's no VC money coming, so I kind of had to do a lot of it from scratch, which is
Yeah.
fine. It's a good lesson to learn, and
Hmm.
when I'm at the stage where I need to hire people, I can be like, well, can you do this? Because I can do it, but I hate to do it. So it was good to do that. So launch mode, I'm off of social media so that I can focus on getting all of this stuff. So this weekend I redid the packages for the site clinic. So that conversation we had about subscription pricing,
Hmm.
I had just redone it because I looked at the Nomad List site and I was like, yo, 150K for what? Why? What
Right.
is this? So I went and then I looked at I looked at the whole model and I can see the value of it, especially for me. I'm an itinerant programmer. It would be great to have to not, to be able to any city and know exactly where to go and camp out for a day or two.
Hmm.
So I redesigned the services, the packages around that, and so redesigning that is on our end. It's clear for us, but you have to make it clear to the clients. And so I'm modeling this very closely to health insurance services. So the site clinic is like health insurance for your site,
Hmm.
and this way, and then so there's the preventative care, emergency care, urgent care, all of those services in there.
Okay.
And then to program the business logic to because then you know how if you have certain insurance plans require a copay. So our version of a copay would be like you have to pay extra if you go over your a limit of tickets or jobs per month or something like that. So
Okay.
just making that language super clear so that people can understand what they're when they buy what they're purchasing, um, making that clear and programming the business logic as well. So we're launching with that. Hopefully, all goes well by Friday. We'll be launching. I have a really simple goal to get $1,000 by 30th of November of September, which is in less than a week and a half, and then
Okay.
rolling out. So I'm putting a blog on now that I hear you like your issues with the static site generator. I'm just like, do we want to go through the static site generator, or how are we going to put a blog on it? I think we will do static site generator. It's just markdown files anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So there's a couple things. Well, I guess once you actually build it for the first time, there are some like CMS solutions that you can use.
okay,
So pros.io is one.
okay. Wait, pros?
And yeah, pros. Well, I guess that's if you're using it on GitHub. If it'll be on GitHub, then you
No.
have to use pros. But no, there's another one that I just saw today,
Uh-huh.
forestry.io.
Oh,
Um, let me find it. Forestry.io. Yeah.
how do I
So you
spell that?
can
Just
use
regular
that.
forest?
Yeah, forestry. Um, and yeah, see, this one's cool because it actually watches the repo
Oh,
and will rebuild the site when they see a change.
oh,
So
that's nice.
yeah, this is cool. And Pros does the
If
same thing,
I
but it's only on GitHub, so couldn't use that one.
okay,
But yeah, I'm gonna take a look into this one too, because that might be something that I could use. Like if I was building something for a client, and probably use a static site generator and say, hey, you can use this. And I think it's through the browser. Um, and then whatever API they have, you hook it into your site, and then yeah, it'll watch it. That's pretty cool.
um, I'm gonna look into that. I wonder. We're running on Node. So I have to see what that looks like. Um, yeah, we're not going to
Oh,
launch with a blog. We're probably not
yeah.
going to launch the blog. Well, there will be a blog, but it's just going to be me like hand coding everything, like just
Hmm.
duplicating until like I can put together that service. I've been working on the dashboard and the onboarding for the past several weeks, so the blog
Hmm.
kind of just but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay. We're going to get there. I'm very excited about the launch. The official launch date is October 15th. And then probably going to have a launch party, which is probably going to be everybody sleeping. But very excited about that. Also, yeah, so that's basically all I did this weekend. Yeah. That
Awesome.
was just our
Awesome.
weekend. Staying, homie.
Yep. Just coding and playing video games because once I got done with
Oh yeah.
everything I was doing last night, I just kind of set everything down. I'm like, all right, let me turn on my Xbox.
Oh, I went shopping.
Nice.
Yeah,
Treat
I went.
yourself.
I
Treat
went.
yourself.
Exactly. Thank you. Um, all right, so let's get into it. What were you working on last week? What are you working on this week? How can we help you?
Okay. Let's see. What was I working on last week? Still researching. And I guess I was, in the Slack talking about it. Just seeing how I would go about, building a site up from scratch.
Yeah.
Getting the server space, what I would need to do to set up the server space. Um, I haven't delved into the ghost documentation yet. So that would be the next thing once I get the server set up and just kind of go from there. Um, and then, as I mentioned yesterday, I worked on my site again. Um, so next week will be more research and getting my personal blog going. And I'm really upset because I wanted to use I was just going to use Medium, um, which is I like Medium, but you can't uh, you can't assign your blog a domain, like a custom domain, unless it's like a publication page.
What does
I was
that
like, that's pretty
mean?
jank. Uh, well, okay. So there's like a whole bunch of publications actually on Medium, and I think
Yeah.
they like cross post sometimes or whatever. But yeah, so if you wanted to use Medium as your publications like platform or CMS, you could do that. You create a publication and then you add like contributors, and I think there's a few more like I guess theming options for like your publications homepage and stuff. But yeah, but you can only use a custom domain if you have a publication page. So
Interesting.
that was yeah, it's interesting and whack. So I was like, all right,
How do you
let me
feel
actually.
about it?
So at that point, I was like, well, let me just go back to what I was gonna initially do with this site generator. So I'm gonna learn how to do that. Hope it all goes well. So yeah, that's what I'm working on in the next week. What do I need help on? Hmm, nothing really. I guess I'll keep asking you guys about. I know we're talking about some ideas that we had for, I guess, startups. I guess they would be called. Trying to kind of branch off and do other things with that code.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, we kind of had that conversation. So I'll probably just keep picking at y'all's brains about that and see what direction we can go in because I still want this to be like a community type thing. So yeah, that's really it as far as help and resource. Uh, I was going to yeah, I was going to use the forestry CMS that I had found as a resource, but I think one more. Um, and we're posting a lot of Angular stuff like this week,
Yeah.
right? We?
Yeah. I started Angular 2, porting the site clinic over to Angular 2. Angular 2 is
Nice.
much nicer than
Yeah,
Angular
yeah,
1. It's just much more streamlined. So
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to diving in there. Um, I guess. Uh, Dang it. Let me find it. You can go ahead. I'm gonna find
Okay.
a resource that I
So
posted.
last week I was working on the site clinic all last week. We needed a bunch of templates for our dashboard, and I couldn't find one that was just, a sticky header. It's just simple, a sticky header, an off canvas menu, and a sticky footer. That's all I needed. I couldn't find any in any of the marketplaces that was just simple like that. So I ended up making my own. So I worked on that for about a day. And that's fine because I'm actually going to package it and offer it for people to use. And I'm also going to put it on Project Athena, which is good because now it's just basic HTML, CSS. It's easy, really easy. It's a really easy template. So we can use it to teach people. Then I also worked on Project Athena stuff. So I know we talked about the narrative.
Hmm.
I'm trying to find it. Okay. We talked about narrative and I looked at other HTML tutorials that we're going to use as the anchor tutorial, and they all suck. They're terrible tutorials. The
Yeah.
tutorial, like just basic HTML tutorial landscape, is pretty whack.
Hmm.
So the best one that I found is General Assembly's Dash. And it's really good. It has the narrative. You're going to build a website for your friend, Anna, and it's going to be a single page website and it steps you through. And it kind of goes back HTML, CSS. HTML, CSS, it kind of just toggles between those two. Each level is you lay down the HTML, learn a new tag, and then the next level is, all right, let's style this out. It's really,
Mm.
really easy. So uh,
Okay.
I'm thinking we might want to change it because I don't want to send people to whack tutorials. That's going to pull people back. So I'm going to suggest that people just, and the General Assembly Dash is free.
Okay.
So I'm going to think, I have to think about the outcomes of this project. I know like Mark was on some, we're coming for Code Academy tip. And I was like,
Not right now.
not
Like,
right now. Maybe not even next year, maybe not ever, but I know that there's something to be said for having kind of like a really solid set of intro tutorials for folks who want to learn how to code. Um, so it was rough essentially is what I'm saying. The tutorials out there are rough, and it's not because that they're not good. It's just because they're boring. They're really boring stuff.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
so boring.
Yeah.
And I learned to code from MySpace. This girl at MySpace and LiveJournal. And there's this girl who, when PHP came around, she had this site called PHP Princess. And I was like, yeah, I will be a PHP princess too. And her stuff was so fun. None of these tutorials are fun. They're very like, got a code so you can get that job, da 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 da. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is not the way. This ain't it. So um, there's two options: keep looking and hoping that I find more resources like whatever this thing is called, like Dash, or just kind of build our own with our own vernacular and our own kind of stepping through a way of stepping through things. If we build our own, it's going to be more work, but it's actually the same amount of work for looking for tutorials that actually are useful. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's something to think about.
yeah,
Because if we if we do decide to come for Code Academy, which okay, Code Academy is it's decent. It could be better, but I mean, it's all on our outlook on things on the school. But I mean, I'd be down for it. Um, yeah, I'd definitely be down for it. So yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. Um, like it's not just Code Academy; it's the entire code, learn to code boot camp landscape.
Yeah.
Everything is kind of very like VC or Silicon Valley driven rather than community driven.
Mhm.
And like people come to like I don't know who I was talking to in the Slack, and they're like, "This is the thing I've been looking for my entire life as a developer." I'm like, "Hey, welcome." Like that's the kind of stuff that keeps me going back to class. I have a couple of mentees who are in engineering courses at the local universities here, and I always ask them, "Are you the only Black woman in your courses?" And like I want them to be aware, like it's going to be hard if you're the only person. And so you want your curriculum to reflect your experience, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. And you
Mhm.
want that to be in community.
Mhm.
And gaming or gamification is one way to build community, I think. So I think I'm going to go back and look into um, I used to teach HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and PHP courses like 4 or
Okay.
5 years ago. I have material, I have project-based learning, which is where the narrative comes in. Like I have students have created galleries of their work. Like I have all of that in place, but it's for classrooms. It's not for the web. And so I think I'm going to stop searching for these tutorials and just modify my curriculum for the web and stop like cuz I was cussing like this is stupid. Why would I ever and like the because it's so many it's mostly white dudes or
Mhm.
like Eastern European dudes who are writing this, and then they have this weird sense of humor that's like, huh? Like, and then they'll use like African American vernacular English in the weirdest ways, and it's just like, no, that's not how to use the word lit in this function. Like, it's just so it was so frustrating, and then I decided, like, you know what? It's time to take a break from this. But so we might just have to like write our own tutorials and call it a day because yeah, the landscape is pretty boring right now. Um, so that was my week last week, and this week we're launching. I don't care what it is that we have, even if it's just like a Google form, we're putting that up, and so that we can run our marketing because we do have a goal to get like 1,000. Did I say $1,000 or 1,000 signups? I had to
I think you
check
said a
it.
thousand
I think it's
dollars.
$1,000, which is 10 signups or 20 signups in a few weeks. And I think we can hit it. We have a full marketing campaign that we're rolling out. So that's what I'm going to work on this week. I just need people to remind me when to stop coding. That's all I need. Yeah, this week. So, and my car is fixed, so I should be on the road uh,
Nice.
by next week, and that's going to be good. I'll be in the Bay Area for a couple weeks, and then Seattle, and then another country, hopefully, if everything
Nice.
goes well. And yeah, that's me. The resource. So this is a paid resource, but it's a very good course. It's a Udemy Angular 2 course or Udemy. I don't know how to pronounce that. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I guess it's Udemy, you know, like Academy, like Udemy.
Oh, that's what it is. I would never in a million years have guessed that. Maybe a million in 5 years. Where is it? I posted it. It's a paid resource. Um,
Let's see.
maybe I didn't post it because it was paid. I don't think I posted it. Oh no! It wasn't a paid resource. It was a free resource. It's a free intro resource. It's a really
Hmm.
good video. Yeah, it's a video, and it's crap. There it is. It's this guy. what's his name? His name
Oh,
is
I do remember
Mosh.
that. Yeah,
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 it's really
I do
good.
remember that. Yeah.
So it's an intro for his Udemy course. And I bought the
Mhm.
Udemy course with it was like on sale with a little coupon for $15, which is not bad for the content that he gives. And it's really, really, it's just a top level overview. You get what you need to learn. You learn um, just the overview of it, like, because I think that's in the past what I've found frustrating about frameworks, especially framework tutorials, is that they get too granular and they tell
Mhm.
you how to use all these fancy little magic things in the framework without telling you the philosophy behind the framework. And he does a
Mhm.
good job of doing both, of telling you the philosophy around Angular 2, why it's completely different from Angular 1x, and
Mhm.
then he teaches you how to implement them on a really, really high level. And all the documentation made sense after that. That's all. So I think that's my resource for the week. Mosh's
Nice.
Angular 2. Okay, there it is. Angular 2 tutorial. And then if you want to take the Udemy course, go ahead and take it. But that video does give you enough to get you off in the right direction. And yeah, that's all I got. Did you find your resource?
Yeah, yeah, I did. It was just more Angular stuff.
Okay.
So you can go to, they have a site up, angular.io. You can go there and find stuff on, let's see, what is, wait, I thought, okay. Yeah, so it's I guess it's like a walkthrough. Well, I thought it was, maybe not. I don't know, but uh, I didn't think it was. I thought it was different from the Angular JS site. So there's some
Yes.
tutorials in there. So yeah, you can go there and look at the docs. I guess it's might be a more user friendly alternative than the docs on Angular JS. That might be what it is. And then there's one more also for Angular. I didn't know this about Lean Pub. I didn't
Oh,
know that.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
there's a book on leanpub.com/angular 2-book. You can go there and check out the Angular 2 book that will be continuously updated until the final release of Angular 2. Um,
Nice.
and yeah, yeah. So that's probably going to be a pretty good resource.
Okay.
So just keep that around. Um,
Wait,
yeah,
where's
that's
did you post the link up? I don't see the link. Did you put it on
yeah,
Twitter?
I did. I posted it in here. I didn't
Oh,
post it
there
on
it is.
Twitter.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right. Boom.
So yeah, it's let's see, it's $24, but continuously updates. That's pretty cool. Um,
Yeah.
and I'm actually gonna check out Lean Pub some more. I never knew this existed. This is pretty cool. Um, I guess they're basically like, so you can download them as PDFs, ebooks, um, and whatever mode of reading you would like to use.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's it for my resources. Uh, did you come up with a good question? A good wild card
Oh,
question?
well, yes, since everybody answered at the same time, it was so hard to choose from all the questions.
Right?
No, it's like dead on the weekends. We'll have to figure out if this is a good time in the future. But
Right, right.
yeah, it's a really simple question. What is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? Just like, oh, this is different. The weirdest thing that you've ever
Hmm.
eaten. Yes, we think about it. So there are some weird things. So I'm watching Deep Space Nine.
Uh,
Everybody who's talked to me like in the past 2 weeks knows this, and it's just pretty weird. Like there's pretty weird stuff. So because it's like aliens and people from all over the galaxy at this one like hub in front of a wormhole, whatever. It's weird. So you've got people who eat like worms, and you've got aliens who eat who don't even eat food or who eat other people's telepathic energy, some craziness. So, like, what's the weirdest thing that you've ever eaten? Um, just the
Hmm.
weirdest thing. Oh, and the dad or like the captain is a dad. It's a black captain, and I love it. It's like black love all the time. It's great. It's great. So his dad is a cook in New Orleans, and I'm just like, of course, he's a cook in New Orleans because
Right.
those would be the people who would be in outer space.
Right.
So
Um. Hmm. I don't think I've eaten anything
not even like
weirder
fried
than
out. Oh wait, you're going. Sorry.
nah. I weirder than like sushi, but then I don't think like sushi is all that weird. I mean, it's just like it's rice and meat wrapped in seaweed. That's not all that weird. Um, let's see. Okay, here's one. It's not weird, but it's one of those like fair foods.
Mm-hmm.
So, Texas State Fair is a pretty big thing. It's actually coming up at the end of this month, and I think it's here for a month.
Wow.
And the kids actually get like a day off to go to the fair. That's how crazy it is. Um, so they always
Like the
have,
school gives them days off.
yeah, yeah. They like they like take a field trip
Oh,
to the
wow.
state fair or something like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Um, but yeah, so they have this food contest where all the different vendors create this crazy food. Um, and there was one when I went. It was actually 2 years ago. I didn't go last year, but it was a fried Thanksgiving dinner, which is it had mac and cheese, turkey, wrapped and wrapped in stuffing, dressing, and then deep fried, served with a side of cranberry sauce and gravy.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That
Um,
actually sounds really delicious, though.
yeah,
It
yeah,
doesn't sound weird,
yeah.
except that it's
It did
fried.
sound weird, but just the
Yeah.
preparation of it um, is interesting. Um, and I guess I've always wanted to try like, okay, no, I never want to try this, but like fried Kool Aid and stuff like that. I'm just like, how does that even work? Like what? And just like weird southern state fair delicacies because they come
Yeah.
up with some crazy shit. It's crazy, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't really. I'm pretty safe with my food choices
With
because
your few choices.
it's
Yeah. The weirdest thing that I've eaten is raw fish, honestly, like tuna or salmon at the sushi joint. There's a really good
yeah.
one in Studio City. So if you guys are ever in Los Angeles, I'll take you there if you want sushi. Really good. Hole in the wall. So but it's really good. And it's right next door to like the black hair salon, the only black hair salon in Studio City. So good place.
Wow.
Um
Um.
yeah.
So I'm wondering how like sushi goes. Well, if you get the what's it called? Is it sashimi? Is that what it's called?
Sashimi. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, like how does that work? How is it prepared to where you don't get like salmonella or some shit or E. coli? Like how I don't understand like how it works. So I'm probably gonna look that up. Like, is it
Yeah,
prepared a
you
certain
might want
way
to
to
look it up
where
because I don't know.
like
I just know it's really good. Like this,
yeah,
the joy. I don't even know what the name of this place. I don't even. It probably does have a name, but it's not visible. So it's near the hookah bar. It's right next door to the hookah bar and the black hair salon on Ventura. That's how I know where it is. But they have a sashimi bowl and they get it all the time. It's really good. It's really good. I think like the first weird thing I had as a young person free in the world was squid, calamari.
okay,
And
yeah.
That's pretty good. But I recently learned that octopus and their friend squid, but octopi are really intelligent beings. So I
Mm.
can't eat them any longer because they're smart.
Right, right,
So don't eat smart things. I guess
right.
that's a lesson. But chicken is always going to be fine. Chicken are not
It's gonna forever be fine.
forever be fine.
I love calamari though. Yeah, I love
Yeah,
calamari. Oh my god.
me too.
And I hate when it's done bad. Like
What
if
does
it's
that?
done
How do you do
bad.
it bad?
I don't know, but well, no, you know my problem. I go to these like Chinese food places and they're like, "Oh, we have calamari." And I'm like, "Oh, I love calamari." And then I try that calamari and it's trash. Like, why am I getting calamari from a Chinese food place? And I mean, they serve like they right. You're shaking your head. Yes, exactly, exactly. And they make like I think this was actually like they had Chinese dishes and they had like some Japanese cuisine, so they were serving like sushi and stuff. But yeah, the calamari was trash. Like
I'm sorry that
I
you
need to
had that
stop. I need to stop
experience.
doing that. No,
Yeah.
it's self inflicted. I mean, no, just don't do that. Go to
Don't do it.
go to a
Yeah.
very nice a nicer restaurant that knows how to do calamari. You don't waste time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's one of the reasons I like living in this part of Los Angeles. So I don't live in the Los Angeles city. I live in a suburb of Los Angeles.
Okay.
Um, and so, and it's historically it was a Japanese city. So like
Okay.
the parks and the public spaces are named after like Japanese veterans and stuff like that. So there's a lot of good sushi places here. There's a lot of good Korean barbecue. I guess like if somebody told me what I was eating at a Korean barbecue joint, that would be weird, but I don't ask. I just eat it because it's all so good. But so I probably have eaten weirder things than salmon, but um yeah, kimchi. I don't know if you've had like which is just like pickled cabbages and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, no, I've
That's
never had
good.
that.
Fermented cabbages, I mean. Um,
Fermented cabbage.
yeah, it's really good. Oh my God, it's good. Okay, so now that we're properly hungry, um, yeah, go out and eat weird stuff this week. Yeah, yeah, we're
Make
not
food weird again.
make food. Oh, I want that on a shirt.
So many shirt ideas.
Oh
Oh
my
god, so
gosh.
many.
It doesn't exist yet anywhere because I've just checked the official engine, which is Google. Um, yeah, nobody's even written about that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. But yeah, weird food. Good luck this week.
Thank you, thank you. Good luck to you too with the launch.
Thanks. I will let you guys know
I'm
how it
excited for you,
goes.
definitely.
Thanks. All right, that's our chat. We will see you guys next week here. Hopefully, we can get more people. But yeah, thanks for joining us. This is
Thanks,
fun.
guys. See ya.